Hi, I thought I would tell you a funny story, not funny, haha, but a story about how one of my friends tried to gaslight me this week. And it pissed me off. And I know I don't normally cuss in front of you, but it did. So I'm going to tell you about it. I've been friends with this person for a long time. And the situation was just, I think she wanted her privacy. Instead of telling me she wanted her privacy, she just came up with this elaborate, well, not too elaborate. It was very immature and not done very well. It really made me question the friendship. And I hate the thought of that because, like I said, I've been friends with her for a long time. But I will readily admit, I was very offended by it. And so I thought I'd tell you about it. Maybe ask your opinion about what you would do in a similar situation. And by the end of it, you will know exactly how I feel. Because guess what? I'm going to try to gaslight you. So we'll see what you think about it. And we'll see if you stay for it. You may be like, I don't care. So I'll tell you what I'm getting ready for. I'm going to meet a friend for lunch. And so I thought while I'm doing that, I would get ready and explain what happened. But anyway, let me show you kind of an example of what she did. Let's say that this mirror was found. Okay? It is a very particular mirror, right? Like it's very particular. And I even inspected it when it was found and was very excited. I even inspected in great detail. That's broken. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know what I saw. Well, then the next day, actually 2 days later, this is the mirror that was shown to me and declared it's not the right mirror. And I'm like, no, it's not the right mirror. The right mirror was rectangular, blue. It had a little break in it. No, it was not. I was like, yeah, it is. That's what it looked like. No, it did not. And it hit me. I was like, they're trying to gaslight me. And if you wanted a different outlook or what we were going to do, if you wanted it to look different, just flip and tell me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was really offended by it. And I don't know quite what to do about it. Like, I've known this person for years and years and years. Do I say anything? Do I just ignore that it happened? But you know that saying, when someone shows you who they are, listen. And I feel like now I know the real depth of this person. I really don't know what to do. What would you do? Anyway, let's get ready. One thing that I have to do is take off whatever under eye, whatever is going on here. And this is not a tutorial about this, so I'm just going to speak sometimes in here. So at one point, my makeup may look half done, and the next point it may be totally done. Like, we'll just see. And then I'll show you the end result. And show you the way I've tried to gaslight you. Now, have I been gaslit before? Of course, haven't we all? Not so blatantly and not so poorly, but sure, it's been done before. And it always makes me angry. Because one thing about me, I may not remember a statistic like this was 1,254,317 in 3 minutes. Actually, I've already forgot it. I don't know but odd things, weird things, quirky things. I remember that crap forever. Like, I have the quirkiest memories, and sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'm like, oh, did your flower garden experiment from 14 years ago work? And they're like, you remember that? I mean, yeah, sure. Did it work? And like I said, I remember this detail because we were in search of this item. So anyway, I don't know what to do. But I'll tell you about my friend I'm going to eat lunch with. So a lot of times I will house sit for my friends in exchange for something. Like, we don't exchange money because if you do that, you have to pay taxes on it. So, but like, let's say I house sit for my hairstylist, which I do, and I'm going to do an almost 14-day stint at her house. And in exchange, she will do my hair several times for free. Like, we have it worked out. If I stay 2 nights, she cuts and colors my hair. You know, blah, blah, blah. And so it works out really well because that is expensive, you know. So this friend is going out of town, and she has vacation property in Florida. So guess who she offered to barter with? No money exchanging hands. So I've never been there. I'm gonna go see what it looks like. One of my friends has been there, and she said it's gorgeous. And I mean, regardless, she has a vacation house near the beach. Like, hello. You know, at some point, me and someone will go to the beach, or me and several someone. So anyway, so I'm going to do that. And bless her heart, she's so funny. This shows, I think, how little she knows me, because she says, have you ever dog sat? Yeah. And all this time you've never known that? Like, I don't mean to be ugly, but a house sit / dog sit / cat sit / turtle sit, whatever you got, I'm gonna watch it, you know. Anyway, I thought that was very funny. Another thing that I've got coming up that I kind of need your help with is determining which dress to wear to a memorial. And bless this lady's heart, she was my neighbor from when I grew up. And you know how it was in the 70s. You need to go to the store. You ask your neighbor, hey, can you watch my kid? That does not mean your neighbor leaves her kids and she comes down to your house and she sits there inside with your kid. No, it means your kid and their kid are in a 1/4-mile radius from your houses. And if one of them breaks a leg or one of them gets a cut, will you take care of that until I come back? Yeah, sure. So this lady was so cute and so funny and just really sweet. And I just thought she was really cool because, like, she was one of those who would put the sparkly, what would you call them? Like the icicles, but you know, the plasticky ones. She would cover their Christmas tree. I thought it looked beautiful. Now, I know some people don't like that look, but I thought she did a good job at it. But anyway, so I found out she had gotten dementia and it got really bad. And like, they called her son one day and was like, listen, you got to come and get her. She's 40 miles away from her area. And of course, that's when they knew, that they needed to take her license away. Because before, she had just literally drove maybe within a mile or so of where she lived. And so, gosh, I found that out probably about 10 years ago. And then I haven't seen the family since. And like I said, these were people that we grew up with and lived a few houses down. But my parents moved like 20 years ago. And they rented that house for a long time. But then they decided to sell it. So we never had a reason to go back up there, you know. But we were at dinner last night, me and my parents and my sister-in-law and niece. And this guy that's, you know, I'm not saying famous in our town, but my parents know him. He was explaining to them, you know, people that they had grown up with who now are starting to pass away. Which honestly, I mean, I'm 54. That's already happening in my age group too. One of my best friends from high school, she passed away like 10 or so years ago. Like, it was very heartbreaking. So I know that we can relate about that. But anyway. So I'm going to a memorial like a week from today. And the thing about going to this memorial, and you probably come across this as well, you know, when it's in your hometown, it's really like a mini high school reunion. And so I'm going to see a bunch of people that I went to high school with. And I don't know about y'all, but there are people that I went to high school with that, if I can go back, I'd have probably tried to be bold and make a move on them, because flip were they hot. No, they're probably all married and good for them. So I'm not going to flirt with them if they're married or have someone, but I might let it be known that I'm single. So, I don't know. That's another thing. And I've told you that before as well. Do I want to get in another relationship? Not a real relationship. I want to date, as in multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to date one person. I want to go on dates and be taken on dates. With the express reason just to have fun. I know they say not to do that, but hello, 1980. Let's see. All right, that is done. Now I'm going to dry my hair. La, la, la. I like that. Okay, let me show you the dresses that I'm thinking of for the memorial. I'm going to show these to you, and I'm going to pop up pictures because some of these I've already shown you before. Like this one, I still haven't worn it yet. But I don't know if it's going to be appropriate to wear to, if you know, I mean, it should, it's long. I mean, it's got color, but it's pretty and long. So this one, I'll show you here. This one, I also tried on. It's the one with the napkin things. I just don't like those. Napkin corners. And then this is the one that my niece calls the revenge dress, which I have no one to get revenge on, but I really do love this dress. This is the one that I went to like 10 different Ross stores looking for and ended up getting it in the next size up, which is fine because I can just sew it, you know. But then I will try on these two and show these two to you. So here we go. Okay, here's this one. It's plain, but modest. And you know I have on my shapewear and my white bra, but I'll have a neutral one on that day. I mean, I do like it. I think it looks nice, but I'm just not sure it's the look I'm going for. So, what are your thoughts? Okay, this is the next one. This one I really do like. I think it looks nice. It's a thin material, so that might be good. It won't be too hot. And this also has some really cute material gathering, so it gives it a little bit of depth and everything. This is a built-in belt. So, what are your thoughts? Which of these 5 black dresses do you like best? I'm so glad I got to see you today, and just put in the comments if you find anything that I tried to gaslight you with. You know, I think they're pretty obvious. Actually, there's 3. So just let me know if you see them and what your thoughts are. Has anyone ever tried to do this to you? And tell me if you were irate over it, especially because you knew they were doing it. And I know this isn't like one of my usual things, like to get ready and vent to you like this, or, you know, but if you find this content, you know, that you like it, you might want to subscribe because the chances of me coming across your feed again are pretty low. So anyway, I've had a really great time, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.